Hey all, this is Xenoxis. And this is continuing where we left off. This is going to be part 6 now, I believe, because we did an extra part yesterday as well. So yeah, we're going to continue on where we left off. Now most likely we are going to grind until we get to max level, basically. Pretty much. So some Medic 20, Elemental Defense times 2, Medic 30. Is the music bugged? See, there's been like issues with the controller, like if these issues persist, then it's just like yeah, I might not even be able to record today because yesterday my controller started having issues, and I don't know if it's like I'm hacks or cracks or. So memory, okay. You see, it's not me doing that. It is something that it's like, it's basically it's doing a draft thing. But here's the thing, right? It does it even when you do it with the D-pad. Even when I press like you press the D-pad down, it's just I don't know what it is. If it's something like if there's some sort of like I don't know what it could possibly be, stuff that like it's like really annoying. Because you can see how fast it did it there, and stuff that. And sometimes it when you just press something, and stuff that, then it's like really weird, and it's like like oh, is it because is it because of is it because of parties or is it something else, and stuff that, Oh man, I mean, it seems to work now when I press down. Yeah, it is the dead zone that has changed. But now the D-pad seems to work fine though, at least. The D-pad seems to work fine now. I don't know. Because it started acting weird yesterday, and I thought, oh, it has to do with the Bluetooth or something like that. That I thought that was the thing. But I don't know why. I don't know why it, but like started doing that when I was playing a certain game, and then it's just like, okay, like why? It's starting doing that at all. It started like doing that in a game when it would just like automatically move the character without me doing like a specific input or anything. But yeah, always wait memory. So. I mean, and again, I don't know exactly what is causing it. Like, because it would be really bad if like the controller is damaged or something like that would be really bad. I mean, I could use switch controllers in worst case scenario, Is it just for me, like running around, round and round in a circle? Is that it, like doing this in this game? And that somehow affected something, There's a question as well, Now, one thing, of course, is we are coming up to the to finishing this part of the game, like this, what I would call it, tutorial section, pretty much. I mean, although there are some tutorials that happen even later and stuff that, yeah. I just need to make sure that we also have the thing equipped here. That is a bonus. You can see that Doom, use the more mana and use haste, berserk, protect on all, on mad rush. All, I feel that all is misleading, but or maybe it isn't. See, it's moving automatically now, just because I touched the analog stick there. I was not moving it there. I mean, we might use the D-pad then instead. See, sometimes it seems to be completely fun, but then all of a sudden it just, yeah. It's when I moved in a certain direction. You see, sometimes when I moved in a direction and then it moves after I stop. Then it kept moving there after I stopped. And I don't know why. That's the main problem, Like, I have no idea why it does that, If it's, I mean, as long as I don't input commands with it, it shouldn't do something automatically when we're actually inside the battle and stuff like that. But yeah, it is going to be really annoying if it quote-unquote moves automatically, because there are some very strict movement you need against the spider and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's going to be viable to kill the spider boss. Again, it depends on what stats the characters will have, at a certain point. So let's figure out that. We have seen what we would get if we would defeat two of them. It's something like 239 or something like that, if they would be two of the strong ones. Yeah. Supposedly something that I thought was true at some point, and I don't remember where I read it. It was like a long time ago, like several years ago. I don't remember how long it was ago. I remember hearing something like people were doing like runs, and then of course the runs can get like ruined by like anger all of a sudden attacking, or basically the anger attack that you start with only happens as a counter attack. And I believe there are people that say that, it only happens if Rinoa gets attacked, but supposedly it's like any party member, as long as she's like in your party. Stuff that, which, if that is the case, then that could be really bad, and stuff that, because, yeah. But supposedly, I think it's only doable in the PC version, though, that supposedly Angelo actually counts as being a guardian force. It's a dog. It counts as being a guardian force, and therefore you can actually use the amnesia greens to make it actually forget skills. But I don't think you can do it on the console version and stuff like that. So there goes on magic plus the thing. So yeah. So will this have, this will actually have room for everything like a GF8 plus 10 plus 20 plus 30%. So element of defense time 2 soon learn. It's here. Yeah, so the question is, are we gonna max out the birds, before, yeah. But yeah, and I mean, we don't need to get the ultimate weapon for like Squall like immediately and stuff like that's good to remember. because the earliest you are going to be able to get it is immediately when we get brothers, and we can like transform the card into adamantine. That's when we are able to get it pretty much off after you get the GF. Yeah, some plus 10 there. Because it's just finished learning elemental defense times 2. Yeah. So some automatic plus 10. I believe these should just handle themselves automatically. That is some automatic. Same thing with give HP plus 10% there. That these should just go into 20%. These should just go into 30% when that is done as well. Let's just give them to him. Give all. And because no one else had it, so attacking direct. Yeah, he has some like cures there, but yeah. I'm a 75 there with that. So yeah. I mean, he would almost be close to like maxing out the state, even though he maxing it out like does not really matter. Yeah, I really hope that it's true that it's for like 1 tier more at least for the soldiers and like all the enemies basically. That is 1 tier more, you know, and stuff like that. It might be that happens very late and stuff like that, or maybe like level 8 or something like that. You know, Now, it would have been cool, of course, if they quote-unquote would have allowed you to like meet new enemies here once you reach a certain level and stuff like that, because normally, right, when you're in an area, you cannot meet the lower level versions of enemies when you're out on the world map, which is weird, basically much. Now, in dungeons, it might be different, of course, and these quote-unquote counts as a dungeon just because you're in a city, basically, stuff like that, because on the world map, once you reach a certain level, you cannot meet a certain enemy again until later on in the game, of course. Because, you know, if you want high level materials, you can use it to level up things from Conberry. So because, yeah. Conberry, by the way, is going to be an easy pickup. Stuff that you just need to kill. There's a difference between 2, I believe it is either 18 or 20 Tomberries, I believe it is, that you need to kill specific for Tomberry King to appear. The best way to do it, of course, is to leave squad at like low HP and stuff like that, because yeah. Now keep in mind though that defeating Tomberries does not give you XP, which is good. Pretty certain it doesn't even give 1 XP if I remember correctly, so there are going to be certain GFs though we cannot get. We can get Odin, for example, even though Odin doesn't take up a GF slot. Stuff that on the GF screen, like you cannot learn abilities on Odin. And it is interesting that safest person hurt actually comes from him watching a certain movie. That's why he has the Sorcerer's Might. It's not because he grew up in the orphanage and stuff that, you know what. I'm just double checking here. But we are also going to need to check here. So yes, we're almost at the maximum dragon skin. The thing is, Sail's first weapon actually requires dragon fin specifically. And stuff that's it. So that's Firaga, Kiraga, and that's 5 Kira, so it's one of the stronger ones and one of the weaker ones, or one of the tier 2 ones. Now, I don't know how long, of course, it would take for us to get the... how long it will take for us to get the next level and stuff that here, you know. It's a bit annoying actually not even have the window open because, you know, the way thing is you must be the cold. You still get actually pretty cold during the night, which is actually quite a blessing, and early in the morning as well. So we can actually have like the window open and stuff like that, and that just helps so much in with the heating and stuff like that. So that's a strong one. Sometimes it's like that because of sometimes it's just like the D-pad just gets stuck and that you cannot move it at all for whatever reason. I don't know why that happens. I definitely think that we are going to need to still be drawing Kiora from something, hopefully. Did we learn an ability? Yes. Some magic plus 30, okay, good. Magic plus 10. Yes. Almost. I don't think he would go into boost automatically there, but... Okay, so I need to remember that the geese out which you technically draw Kiora from. Except that I'm going to do that at one point to so we can get up our... so that's barbecue. They immediately goes into that, yes. So all of these we shouldn't have to check them only after that, but I think that there's a very, very high chance that they just go into gear HB automatically. I always want to double check here, just, okay, so now they're both the toughest one they can be. Or at least, unless there's one clear of these. So that should immediately just go into cinematic plus 20%, yes. I think it's normally what you do in order to defeat a spider. You don't need to be like super spy level or anything to do it. The thing that you need is stone, so that's tier 3 then. That is definitely not the same. That's definitely different, but because yeah, also stone is of course stone. So that shows that there is. Hopefully, we can get that encounter with that geese out again. Does that mean that they are higher? No, not yet. I mean, they could still be higher because the level can still change as you level up, but the magic does not get replaced. But it's a bit sad that you cannot get the thing. Sure, okay. Let's kill it. I don't know why the controller keeps like that at one point if it is that something is loose. It might be that inside the controller that if I would screw it open somehow, I forgot how you open the PlayStation 5 controller. I mean, you lose your warranty if you do, I believe, but it might be that there is something loose in the quote-unquote. It is good actually that we're getting Phoenix Downs, because you need a few Phoenix Downs for a certain battle. Even if you're doing it normally, because you can always do the battle with the lamp, with magical lamp, you can always do that battle at some point here. Actually, let's go on. Eventually you will come to a point, of course, where you will use to pay certain spells with certain better ones, because of the fact that you have limited space and stuff like that. Because both double and triple are very, very good to have and stuff like that, of course both of them are very good. I was gonna draw, yeah, okay, so we're already at maximum kills. Okay, so now we're level 80. At level 80 now we have 182 there. So, yeah. Now it is going to be interesting to see if they get better magic. It might not be until level 90, of course, you know, that could be a thing. Okay. You might wonder, is it still worth going for the... if there are no like changes, is it still worth going for? Yes, it is. So that's Fire Cura, that's actually a weaker one. That is... It is so weird that you can still encounter them. But I mean, it would be good, right? Because... But maybe it's not possible on the world map. Yeah, we have dragon skin. We have too many dragon skins now. Yeah. Technically, the only ultimate weapon we cannot make on this one is because of the Moonstone item, because I don't think there's a single card that turns into Moonstone. Or at least it's not you cannot get it in this one. Because I believe you specifically need to wait until disc 3 for it. That gave us quite a lot there, so that might have been with a higher one there. So we're secure again, so yeah, some merit plus 30, some merit plus 20, GF HP plus. So I mean, yes, they're not going to even be level 50, or they might be actually. Firaga, Tundaga, okay. And keep in mind that times 3 speed is something that we only really be using when it comes to farming like this, and when it comes to drawing, if the draw fight is safe enough, basically. Because there are certain fights where if we really have to speed up, then that would be really dangerous. So that because yeah. Now, the main problem is, of course, is that we're not going to be able to get the Dino Bone from the T-Rexar itself. For example, the Dino Bone you need for the not the second strongest, but the third strongest weapon between lands before it becomes the punishment or punisher. Because that one needs chef knife, I believe it is. It's star fragment, chef knife, star fragment. But the twin lance, for example, it's Dino Bone, and then there's 2 other things. So that's considerably easier to make. Also, quote-unquote, the ultimate weapon that gets featured first is actually the other guys for the Cell and stuff like that. Cell is, of course, extremely busted, because the things that you do with Cell, which I can show you if we just go on the status, we can show you from there. Because the commands that you want to, quote-unquote, spam on Cell, you want to do like you want to do the circle X and then right, left. And also the 2. Now, do both of them always show up? That is not 100% a guarantee. You could like get healed up or like having to do Mac kick and whatever. But yeah, you know, the thing is just that you can use to do so many inputs with it and stuff that's very, very powerful now. Here's the thing, I'm not going to try and shake every level now and stuff there, because that is just going to waste a bunch of time if we're just going to go into menu every single time and stuff like that. That's just going to be a waste. Or I am curious to check this, of course. It might just be that the Wizard Stone is a bad drop, that it's still the same enemy, and the Wizard Stone is a bad drop. Firaga, so this is not the slowest one. it's interesting because sometimes you can meet a stronger version, but not have the strong spells. You would imagine that once we encounter the stronger version, it should quote-unquote cast like Firaga and stuff like that. So that is 202. But there was one encounter when there were two of them where we got considerably more. It might just be that that enemy is very rare to get that. Because keep in mind that once we get to max level, we won't quote-unquote advance immediately, I don't think. We might actually go and draw like the lower level spells and just give to everyone. Usually we can have lower level spells because there might need to be fights when instead of using relying on like the desperation attacks, special or whatever you want to call them. But it's just so much easier to call them limit breaks and stuff like that, you know. I'll even check the enemies here. Because it needs to be over 600 or something like that for them to be a higher level version. So now we have both of them at 100 then. Yeah, both of them at 100. Card mod. Ammo refinement. Fire refinement. Yeah, that's Firagas. Keep in mind one thing that's going to be a bit annoying to do though. Is that using card, for example, like what if we kill something by mistake? But especially since, you know, our attacks is going to be very high. And the fact though that we're keeping our levels low, you know, is that the main thing is that's why we're going to kill that. I don't know. It seems weird that we can still encounter like the low level version even when we're getting higher levels, you know. Yeah, so let's give HP plus 20%. Okay, so that's basically his final skill alongside the boost. Some here, some magic. Now the GF HP, all of these you can unlearn basically, and we could technically unlearn the summon magic eventually as well. So that because you know, you used to replace them with other stuff, you know, eventually. But the main problem is the character cards are the cards you want to wait the longest with quote-unquote replacing basically or using up. Because keep in mind that if you use up a card, I believe you cannot regain it. Maybe you can. Because the best quote-unquote card in the game is card that quote-unquote gives you, for example, 100 heroes. And heroes is the thing that makes you invincible, of course. That's the first time I saw Seth get posted there. So, wow, that's actually stuck. Yeah, that's not already happened soon. Yeah, that could have been bad. So, yeah, some magic plus 30. Some magic plus 30. And I don't know why, if it's because they have two. Because, I mean, but this character doesn't have two. This one just gets the magic, but I'm guessing it's when you learn the elemental defense or when you learn certain things, certain other things get blocked out. Because it's there like, why don't you get mag bonus? You know, and stuff like that. But it might be that you're not supposed to, whatever. yeah, we're probably gonna try it 90 next. I'm mistaken because I just want to figure out the one that dropped the Wizard Stone. If it's still the weaker one, it can drop it, it's just a rad drop. Because there is a thing that allows you to get rad drops, but I believe it's Cactor or Tomberry that has it. Cactor and Tomberry is just insane good, by the way. Hitman, by abusing this, also you're keeping the enemies at a low level. Stuff like that. Okay, so Firaga, Kiraga, Bio. So these are the two stronger ones. So they should give you something like 600 and something. The 604 point. Yeah. I'm pretty certain that I've seen higher XP than that actually from like on the wars, but yeah. Technically, of course, if we ever do, or if we after quoting of doing this playthrough, if we do a max level playthrough where we get max level before at the earliest possible point, which is of course it's not squad solo, by the way, because that would just be insane. Although that would also quote unquote be doable, but that would really have to be like a hardcore challenge, stuff like that. Because doing it with squad before you get quiz, this means that you would have to rely on the magic that you get in the arena place, the training grounds. The training grounds is not very good because of the magics that you can get there. You can only get sleep in the silence and stuff like that. And sure, if you would have had like GF that, for example, where you could use go to status and you could use do it, that would be something like that. But see, I feel like the GFs that get to quote-unquote draw from bosses and stuff like that, those GFs are meant to be like unvisible and stuff like that. Like, I don't know why they make it so that you can draw them in ultimates, guess later on and stuff like that, Because I'm guessing that there are people that, oh, I don't need to draw or whatever. It seems to be like. Now, Hitman, of course, also, once you have drawn certain of these spells, for example, that unless a spell is new, it will always show up. Even if it's a new enemy that you haven't encountered before. For example, it will still show up the spell, as long as you quote-unquote have gotten it before. Including, I believe, if you have gotten it via draw point. So if you, for example, have drawn something via draw point, maybe it doesn't do that. So, kill the bio. Good. See how high is our 191 K. Keep in mind, of course, that yes, our magic is going higher as well here. So, but yeah. Of course, we aren't going to be able to use any of the the bonuses. Those are not going to go over to another character's adding. Song, okay. The 64 because it's just when we did part 5, like what took a really long time was just doing all the grinding, or basically just grinding the spells, basically took a really long time. The reasons why you might want to draw some of the lower level spells is just because that's a quick way to kill the spider, basically. That if we, because there's going to be 2 characters that are going to be able to jump some strength because of how our GF looks like. Because if we go in on the gifts here, for example, Shiva learns strength, right? Yeah, Shiva has strength junction. Ifrit has strength junction. She also has vitality, but HP is for bird, and the bird is gonna have the magic junction. Yeah, she doesn't have magic junction, and Barbecue doesn't have magic junction. You might say, oh, but you want to get all junctions on all the gifts. I don't find that to be true, honestly. You don't need all the junctions on all the characters. I think that's completely unnecessary. You shouldn't need all the. So, but that of course depends on how you want your setup to be. There's a fråga. And quizzes is interesting, of course. Quizzes is actually very good, by the way, in like when you're doing the max level 1. Because the thing that makes it viable to do is because quiz is the generator, but that also requires you to leave her at low health and stuff like that. And sometimes you can get absolutely fucked up by the dinosaurs, which is why you wanted not to do them in the training hall and stuff like that, you know. And so you could quote-unquote sleep it and then use cast ice spells, the strongest ice spells you have. And once you get access to like Blisaga and stuff that's really good. One thing you can do, of course, before you start grinding your level is that you used to grind up a lot of the pieces. You used to grind up certain things. Like grind up what you can junction and stuff like that. So you can have HP junction, words fall, and twist this. I mean, surely it is slower now, you know, in terms of like the speed of grinding is way slower now. Yeah, I honestly feel that if they ever quote-unquote make Final Fantasy VIII, I feel like the main thing right that a lot of players aren't getting is that you don't need to make an insane remake with insanely super omega graphics, right? I would say like if it's like cheaper to like create something and then not have like super insane graphics, then I feel like that would just be better just to do. So it's gonna be some Mario Plus 30. Yeah. So that's level 50 now, okay. And the thing is, that thing is gonna be maxed out at some point. And then it's gonna have Thunder, Tundaga, I believe. Or maybe it's gonna remove the Thunder from it. Because, you know, I forgot how big the list could be of the spells that they could have, you know. Because I believe there was a limit to how many spells something can have. Fråga, yeah, okay. It is yet again that still like, even when you're at this level, you can still sometimes meet the... I don't think you can meet the lowest ones, but the fact that you can still draw the cure spell from that thing is good. Firankura, yeah. Firankura, man, so it's... It is actually pretty funny, like the lower level enemies all of a sudden run into level 88 6. It's pretty funny how the cross that he wears is Saint James, I believe it is called. Stuff that has to do with the Spanish, like the Muslims of this thing that was just like the Islam stuff like that. Pretty funny. Say for instance, of course, not to be a bad guy and stuff like that, you know, because it's just that it's on night persona, it's used because of what's in Real movie, as I said, because they have like confirmed that and stuff like that, you know, it's a where, you know, one night saves like a what do you call it, like a sorcerer, whatever not a princess, I think it's specific as well. So that's only really a princess or whatever it was, but yeah, you know. The funny thing is, imagine if that movie is the movie that quote-unquote Laguna shoots in the mountains and stuff that, where he has to, you know, do the thing on the Ruby Dragon. You can of course fail that, by the way, against the Ruby Dragon if you don't know what you're doing. And even if you know what you're doing, you know, sometimes that you can decide to be a complete arsehole. But sometimes he can fake you out, you know, and then you do one attack and then you get attacked. So that, okay, wow, both of them are the strongest one. I don't know if it is when you kill him with the limit breaks that is what gives me more XP sometimes. Okay, so we're at now. 197. We're definitely gonna go over to 100 and stuff that. I mean, I'm already thinking about like what stuff like I feel that they should have, you know, stuff that for if they ever do it will make stuff that, you know. Like I think a lot of people would be curious how Squall got his hand on both Shiva and the Kotakota because clearly at least, unless there's something wrong in translation, Quist is clearly if you miss them. If you miss getting them from your computer or your personal computer, basically, then she says, "Oh, you forgot something. Your GF specifically that okay, it's yours. It's not like the garden. The garden did not provide you with Shiva or Quest Cotter. It's not something that was issued to you when you like your garden or whatever. Right? It was something, you know, like you had to afford, you know, or Shiva, Quest Cotter." The question is where exactly, because, you know, unless they were sent to somewhere else, you know, or the world looked completely different, maybe, you know, maybe the island or the garden is on were supposed to be a lot bigger and there would be more like locations, you know. Maybe there was like maybe not just a fire cavern, maybe there was like an ice cavern or like a lightning cavern or whatever, right, you know. Level 90, and then only 10 levels to go. The one thing to realize also is, for example, we are going to be able to use the thunder thing on our attack as well. Like used Tundaga, for example, last element on attack. To deal a lot of damage to the thing. Feeling Cura. You would imagine, right, that they would stop showing up once it's a certain level, like once we're level 90 now, for example. Just double checking, are we gonna learn everything? I don't think we are actually gonna learn everything before we like max out the level. Maybe. So speed has definitely gone up, right? Because speed is not something that you can junction something into, and you can clearly see that speed has increased, you know. I'll have to check if evasion has gone up. Evasion is interesting in this, of course. But yeah, evasion is 60%, but yeah. And of course, the thing that they used the Galabalian Soldiers, I believe, was supposed to be like gunblade replicas. Not like real gunblades. But then it's also very funny how Squall and Safer are exactly like polar opposites and stuff like that. So that was something that was not intentional with the fact that on this coat is, you know, the fact that it's white instead of like the black that Squall has. or the fact that he's blonde, or technically he's supposed to be kind of red-haired, I guess. It's, you know, orange in hair, basically. Okay, so yeah. It's the 90s technicality. It is. You might say that, oh, it's going to be a bit annoying if reaching level 100 doesn't change what they have. I'm sure that is true. But I definitely think maybe the red character is going to change at least, you know. But it might also be that those encounters are rare, that maybe we can get on a certain specific stream, because I'm definitely going to try and do some fights on the bridge specifically. So that, yeah. In Kitman, of course, we have a bunch of slots we can use also for the saving and stuff, of course, you know. So let's do it now. Almost 91. You keep in mind that you could technically also fight on the other screen. Stuff that as well, yeah. But I think that if you go up to a certain point on the other screen, he just runs away. And I think that's the part he needs partly. But I'm not 100% guaranteed on that. I'm really curious now. So yeah, if you plus 20%. Yeah, you see, he doesn't not get HP plus 8% because he had more stuff to learn there. So, same thing, this would only get gay of HP plus 20%. So, yeah. GF received 2. Here's the thing that you can receive like different ranks, but it also depends on like who you talked to in like the car and stuff that. And I believe like one of the options is really bad to talk to, and one of them is a lot better. And then technically you are not meant to destroy the spider. That's actually giving you lower score, I believe. That the thing you're supposed to do is to escape from the spider as quickly as possible. Stronger, okay, so both of them are the strongest. This now. It's interesting that we don't have max health, but that is of course because, you know, Kurogi is not the best of the HP, and eventually you get stuff that increases HP. Well, the earliest thing, right, for HP increases the brothers. That's God, of course. Brothers are interesting because I believe that even though you might think that, oh, they only inflict earth damage, they don't inflict block damage on flying and stuff that, but you know. You can of course also counter them with you can counter them with a float later on. There's a strat to reach the locations easily and stuff that on 1 and 2 with shoulder. Because you follow either the left wall, you always like you turn left every single corner basically. And that's like a way to reach like certain places. The same thing with then you can like go and exit, just backtrack to where you came from. let's just use it to ski, maybe that changes something. Förlaga, okej. Keep in mind, of course, we're not going to be having the same damage number that he does because he's like high level and stuff that, so you know. But of course, even though our damage numbers are not going to be the same, the thing is that we're going to be able to benefit from like the strength plus 20% as well. Mad Rush might actually not be bad though, because you can escape even when you're under like berserk and stuff. That does not prevent you from escaping from a battle. So but that also means that we won't be able to use the special or the duration attacks. And the funny thing is, just because Aris died in Final Fantasy VII, you know, then that made people think that when Final Fantasy VIII was going to come out, that if they're going to kill off someone, it's going to be, you know, like This is what people thought, for whatever weird reason. It might be just the fact that you know that the Arid quote-unquote character in Final Fantasy VII, that she was, you know, like the older female, you know, like the ends of that, like the older. How, you know, Cloud's model is like, you should find someone older than you, blah blah blah, whatever, you know. And then in this, you know, like, of course, this is quote-unquote older than the other characters. So that's, you know, people got through that parallel, basically. We are 200. Yes, 200 more. I think last level was 199, right? So 200, 201, so it was like 2. But the strength bonus is, for example, only +1. So, you know. Or it might be that we're only gaining 1 per level and stuff that we don't gain like a bonus stats to other stuff. But I need to remember also how often you can card. If you quote-unquote need to weaken something, or if you spam card enough, it works. That maybe it's just a percentage chance or whatever, right? And I believe actually if you inflict statuses, I think that increases the card chance. That might be completely wrong. Also, quote-unquote, you can petrify enemies, not give an XP as well. But the question is, are the enemy that we need to kill for like the dragon fans, or we're going to be able to get that? Like, are you able to actually card that enemy then? Because I believe you still get drops, right, if you card an enemy. That is nice. We still haven't gotten another wizard stone though, so that's a bit, you know, suspect. Yeah, +20. Some might +30. I gave HP +30, yeah. And then it's just going to automatically go into that, okay. The main character is with his slow, low late speed. So speed 21, speed 21. Speed 20. So, okay. Yeah, let's do the run back already now. And let's actually draw from you so we can get stop here, so we can get your back. Maybe it's just worth getting the kills back there. Because yeah, we're not gonna have problems drawing kill because our Potter is gonna be low levels. So barbecue only needs boost now. And then he's completely maxed out. And then here, yeah, she's gonna need to go into GF8 plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, so you know, or only plus 20s we're gonna be able to get here. Yeah. And he's only gonna need to finish that up, so. We didn't unequip one of them yet. Okay. And FFVIII now, okay. There is supposed to be a triple encounter that you can get also, but it is pretty funny that because we haven't grinded on those screens, we have not seen the encounter with 3 of the red ones. Oh, that was a lot of XP actually. Yeah, see, there are sometimes when you can see that, oh, that it's better. Like, if you don't want to learn everything on the GF, then it's actually better to like stick with those streamers, you know, so that also. Okay, so that's 2060. I'm gonna save over that. There we go. And yeah, because as soon as we have done that save, basically it uses a safety, and now we just go back, and then when we run out of time, we start the next one. And I will probably move the water bottle over here. Laget som lagar, förlagat som lagar bäst. Okay, so this is the best encounter. So this is the encounter that should really give you a lot. Okay. 306 is actually very good, by the way. Yeah, so now if it has learned everything, the main problem is if you select something here, then you know it is really annoying because then it will show up forever and then there's no way to like remove it, you know. Yeah, so gear plus 20 there, and then it will go into boost. And now it will learn all of the GF HP and then go into boost, so yeah. So you know. I really wanna see the quote unquote the stronger one. The one. It's funny that we haven't seen that encounter, but of course we haven't tried to grind on this skin, for example. I think this skin has the highest chance of getting that encounter, or maybe you cannot get encounter on that skin. I really like how bad we like how many different like encounter skins there are and stuff that depending on where you are, you know, and stuff that. Fraga, Fira, okay. Sebush. Aha. Oh, I used to blah 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 communication tower. I threw a spell at him, but it wasn't what I was going for. Oosh. So anyway, I will see in the next part, which will be part 7. Right about